Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. Alright? We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. Alright? Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, it seems like everybody's taking these plea deals when it comes to this YSL RICO case. The latest that we have to report on is your boy SlimeLife Shawty and YSL member Lil Duke. Now, don't get it confused, man. A lot of people are thinking that SlimeLife Shawty is actually YSL, even though he's not. He was affiliated in the whole RICO case. Prior to him actually being brought up into this whole situation, he was actually popping with OTF. You know, he rocking the OTF chain. You know, so it seemed like he was more affiliated with them. However, he had got caught up in the whole YSL RICO case as well. Now, he's been the latest to accept the plea deal in the case, as well as Lil Duke. So we're going to get into that. And he also responded because he already knew that people was going to call him a snitch. Presumably because what he see what's going on with Gunna. All right. So he quickly took to his Instagram and he said, quote, "Yeah, I'm home. Ain't have to snitch to get here. D-head. I admitted young SlimeLife was a gang because it ain't illegal for no group to be a gang. Look it up. That don't hurt nobody. Anybody can be a gang. Plus the founder already admitted it. Stupid. What I supposed to say if a founder admitted it? What I didn't do was say, yes, it's a fact people in YSL commit crimes like murder and etc. because I don't know nothing about that." Now pay attention to what he said, because he pretty much threw a little bit of shade at Gunna. When he said, what I didn't do was say, yes, it's a fact people in YSL commit crimes like murder and etc. I don't know nothing about that. We know that Gunna said that he has knowledge that people of YSL and the gang committed crimes such as murder and whatever. So he threw a little bit of shade at Gunna. Now, also, when he said, I admitted young SlimeLife was a gang because it ain't illegal for no group to be a gang. Look it up. That don't hurt nobody. Anybody can be a gang. Plus the founder already admitted it. Let me tell you this. He has a point. Walter Murphy already admitted that YSL is in fact a gang. So, you know, anybody else, it's like clear for them to do it because that's the founder. If the founder says that it's a gang, then what's the sense of people that's members saying that it's not? You know, it is what it is. The founder said it was a gang. So now you can't hold that up in court, right? When he said, I admitted young SlimeLife was a gang because it ain't illegal for no group to be a gang. Look it up. That don't hurt nobody. He was very, very sadly mistaken. And I'm going to tell you why. First and foremost, the whole case, the whole RICO, you know, the reason why they're in there, you know, fighting for their freedom is because they're trying to make it that YSL is in fact a gang, and it's like a sub gang from the Bloods organization. So their whole mission, you know, the courts and the police, their whole mission is to make it seem like YSL is a gang, and they're funding their gang through people such as Gunna, such as Young Thug, with their money and the things that they're doing. You know, that's what they're doing. So when you say it's not illegal for anybody, for a group to be considered a gang, yes, it's not in the literal sense, but in the sense of this case, yes, it's bad. So when you take a plea deal and you say yes, it's a gang, see, let me tell you the problem, right? The problem is they don't have the same charges that Young Thug have, you know, and Young Thug is looked at as the boss. So when they're putting all the heat, you know, when they're putting all the crime on Young Thug, they're trying to target Young Thug. They don't care about the little players because the little players don't got nothing to do with it. But when they sit there and take plea deals and say, yes, it's a gang, yes, it's a gang, yes, it's a gang, what happens is that make Young Thug's defense team that much weak, because you have people who are co-defendants saying, yes, they are in fact a gang. How do you defend yourself against that when the co-defendant saying yes, it's a gang? So when y'all all take pleas, because y'all are just the members and not the bosses of the whole situation. When y'all all take pleas, it makes Young Thug look bad. That's what they're not understanding. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't have the same charges. It's almost like they don't have the same accountability. So they're like, well, all we doing is taking a plea deal. Oh, that's all I'm doing. Yes, it's a game. That don't hurt nobody. Yes, it does. It hurts them because everybody's taking plea deals. Everybody's saying yes, it's a gang, when his defense team is trying to convince him that it's not. Now, let's look at Lil Duke, aka Arnold Martinez, and his stipulations for his plea deal. Now, as y'all know, Lil Duke, he's actually very close with Young Thug, closer than a lot of the other guys that's pretty much on this case. Your boy Duke, he took a plea deal as well. He has a few stipulations to his plea deal, which is kind of interesting too. It's kind of weird, but anyway, his sentence was 12 years with 2 years commute to the served, balance 10 years probated, meaning that he the 2 years that he served, they're going to give him that as like time served, and the rest, which is 10 years left, would be probated. So that means that out of the 12 years, he got 2 as time served, and the other 10 is waived, and he will be on probation for 10 years. Like I said, a lot of these plea deals, man, they're not making sense. I never heard of this type of time just being waived or suspended and just probation out of nowhere ahead of trial. I'm sorry, I just never heard of it. But anyway, part of his plea deal, the stipulations, the special conditions of probation says, quote, "You will testify truly to all matters which you are questioned, but reserve the right to assert your Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination. 2, you will possess no guns during the term of your sentence or any time thereafter unless your rights to do so are restored. 3, you will commit no criminal acts. 4, you can't have any contact with any of the co-defendants on this indictment. 5, you will be subject to a curfew while your probation is here in Georgia from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. unless you are working, in school, or a medical emergency may arise. 6, I will authorize you to travel, but you will need to follow the appropriate procedure as set forth by your probation officer. You will have to apply for a travel permit. You will have to put some information down." All right. So that's Lil Duke's special conditions being on probation. And it's interesting because, you know, these guys being who they are, that means for 10 years, we got to hold these guys accountable, because that means for 10 years, he's going to have a curfew from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. or 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. However you look at it, 6 in the morning till 10 at night, which is crazy. But these are the terms and conditions. These are the special conditions that these guys have. I don't know where these plea deals came from, but it is what it is. Now, here's the thing that I want to highlight, because a lot of people don't take plea deals serious. They're just saying, oh, it's just a plea deal. It has nothing to do with Thug. Let's break this down, right? Now, shout out to the guy named Joe Coscarelli, because he broke down the plea deals that's going on within this case. Because a lot of people don't have understandings of the law and, you know, what plea deals mean, and just, you know, the whole situation as a whole. I see people saying, oh, well, you know, everyone's doing plea deals now. Young Thug must have told him to do that so he could get out, or whatever the case may be, right? But let me tell y'all right now, that's an excuse, because everybody coming out with plea deals, but you got to remember, it's a RICO case, and Young Thug is being considered as the boss, right, of the quote-unquote gang. So why would he tell them to take plea deals against something that can hurt him? You know, why would he tell them to take plea deals and say that it's a gang if his defense team is arguing, saying that it's not a gang? It just doesn't make sense, right? Now, the guy by the name of Joe Coscarelli, he took to his Twitter account and he said, quote, "Another guilty plea in the YSL case. Other than Gunna, SlimeLife Shawty may have been the rapper with the most career momentum before the indictment. Though he was not actually signed to YSL label, he was being pushed by Lil Durk and OTF instead," right? Then he says this. He says, "Guilty pleas to avoid serving more time for essentially the same acts, meaning that prosecutors can now use testimonies from guys like DK and Gunna to prove the foundation of the case, that YSL is a gang and therefore anything its self-professed members to do further the cause equal conspiracy, right? Pay attention. Now he also said, quote, if the goal is taking down YSL, this is strategic, rolling up smaller crimes to help prove big ones. In this case, among others, the 2015 murder of Donovan Thomas, or Nut, which prosecutors say Young Thug approved / ordered, in which set off the violent years-long YFN and YSL beef. So you see, and then like we stated earlier, what they're trying to say is YSL is a subdivision of the Bloods organization, which means it is a gang under the subdivision of the Bloods. So when you sit there and say, yes, they are a gang, yes, they are a gang, yes, they are a gang, that just goes to prove their point, right? So that's pretty much where it's at right now. As of right now, though, it's kind of seeming like, you know, when it comes to the evidence being suppressed and other things as far as that nature, you know, Young Thug is in good spirits. It's looking positive for him because the judge seems like he's leaning towards Young Thug in that case. But as far as the whole, they're a gang and, you know, they carried out this and that, I don't know, it's looking shaky because all these guys are taking pleas and they are admitting that it is a gang. It seems like I don't see anywhere in these guys' plea deals that they say that YSL is not a gang. Every last one of them that took plea deals is saying that they are a gang. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, maybe they're setting up for trial. Maybe they letting these guys take these plea deals because they have something bigger in mind. I don't know. But anyway, y'all jump in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.